Hi, I'm Randy Pierson.
And I am Brady Doppler, and we are with the Gordon Marketing Life and Annuity team.
We'd like to announce our next big project to get your work week started off right, and it's called This Morning with Life and Annuities.
This podcast is a brand new podcast for insurance agents looking to keep up with current events, major tips and tricks to help them become more successful in the life and annuity space.
Join us while we discuss topics like how to get in front of new clients, the hot new products that you want to be aware of, and selling techniques that'll really make a difference with your consumers. All of this to get your morning started off on the right foot.
And new episodes will come out every Monday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern, so while you're grabbing your first cup of coffee, we'll be there with you to get your work week started off right.
Please consider following us on this new project and get involved with the Life and Annuities community. Click the link in the description and follow us to get a heads up when our first episode goes live. We want to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Our goal is to be readily available on your favorite platforms like Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts as soon as possible. But for now, we're ready and posting every week to Spotify.
Hey, that's all for now. We look forward to seeing you Monday morning. If you're an agent out there and you've written annuity in the past and perhaps had it rejected for suitability, you know that sometimes suitability can be the bane of your existence. Today with me, I've got Brendon Crook, one of our top internal annuity marketers at Gordon Marketing. And we're going to be talking about suitability and, the ins and outs. Stay tuned. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Randy Pierson, Vice President of Life and Annuities. And as I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about suitability. And, Brendon, it seems like almost every week we've got a great annuity case that comes through the door that gets rejected, or we have hurdles that we've got to jump over as it relates to suitability. So for the uninitiated out there, what's all this suitability stuff about?
So essentially what suitability is, because annuities do not have health underwriting like you do with life insurance. So what they have in place of that is called suitability. And what this is financial underwriting.
Okay.
And suitability was, originally created by the carriers to ensure that agents are doing what's in the best interest for the clients.
Okay. And I certainly would hope that most advisors, agents out there are thinking about the best interest of their clients when they're selling product. But there does have to be checks and balances, and I certainly understand why carriers want to keep close tabs on agents, their sales activity, and the suitability issue. When should an agent address the whole suitability issue with their client?
Yeah, and so unfortunately what you see, or what I see more than you would like, is it's being addressed on the application. So they've already gone through the sales process, and they're just excited they got that sale right, and really it needs to be done before that. What I kind of coach advisors to do is it should really be in your initial meeting when you're doing that fact finding, what their needs are, that needs analysis. Because the big thing is, depending on what other assets and things like that they have, will also dictate what product is best for them and suitable. So it only helps to kind of hit it up front in the beginning of that path.
Yeah, I know in our business, there's a lot of new people coming into the insurance industry, a lot of new folks wanting to get into the annuity space, and perhaps they're not familiar with that whole fact-finding, risk analysis, that type of stuff, and we can certainly help them in that regard. For those uninitiated, those newer advisors out there, what are some of the most common problems that you see from a suitability standpoint, the bumps in the road that they might experience?
Yeah, so the two biggest things, one is going to deal with replacements, so old contracts, things like that. There's a lot of different things carriers will look at, being, is there a current surrender penalty on that old contract? Why is it being replaced? Many different questions that really carriers have a ideal answer of what they're looking for.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you said there was another one, so replacement scenarios and
then the other one is going to have to do with the client's assets, their total net worth, their total annuity portfolio, the percentage of that. compared to their net worth. That's another big one. That's the big one right there.
Yeah. So in replacement scenarios, we've got to be, or the advisor needs to be improving the client's position, right? From an asset standpoint, we can't be encouraging consumers to put too much of their money into an annuity. So let me ask you, are most carriers, or there's a ton of carriers out there in the fixed indexed annuity space, are they all alike? Are all their rules the same? Is there a common set of standards that an advisor can adhere to?
So you have some general rules of thumb. For example, one of the higher thresholds on net worth is they're not going to allow up to 75% any more of their net worth to go into an annuity. Mm-hmm. That's one just general rule of thumb, but again, it's very general because every carrier is different. So they all have their own standards. Some are more strict and some are more liberal. And so that's where I was stating before, it's important to really find that information in the beginning of the sales process. So that way we can provide you with a solution that's not only going to sound good in the beginning, but work for the client and be able to go through the application process.
Okay. So, I think it goes without saying that one of the largest financial opportunities in the insurance business for agents and advisors are annuity sales.
Yes.
But it's important that they do it the right way. So suitability is an integral aspect of that sales process that they need to address and fully understand. And I certainly would assume that agents could reach out to you to get help and guidance in that space, right? And if they wanted to do so, how would they reach you?
Yeah, most definitely. So we, on the Gordon Marketing Annuity team, we're here from A to Z, like we always say. So we are here to help you find the right information if you don't know what to ask your clients, and then also find that solution that looks good and is also going to fit. And if you want to give us a call to help through that process, you can reach me personally at 317-776-6770 and extension 365.
Extension 365. So listen, Brendon, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Selling Life and Annuities. I would encourage every advisor watching this video to not walk away from a great opportunity to serve your clients, put them in a better financial position, make sure that they can create an income they can never outlive by getting in this fixed indexed annuity space. And call Brendon because he's here to help. But with that, we're going to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. Please do me a favor, click subscribe and the notification bell at the bottom of this video so that every time we come out with new content, you'll be sure and see it. But for now, from Brendon and I, happy selling.